make like.
All right. So this is what, the second time we're doing this now?
Third
Time?
The part 2 of anyway.
3 bricks.
Yeah. So honestly, all right. Just in case the first part got cut out because there was a bit of a technical issue. Thank you very much. What kind of a big deal here? The office is always packed. So
Yeah. At
there's always
P.I.R.
issues picking up. Yeah. Too much wear and tear on this heart of bear.
Sitting in the chair.
So we will jump right into it. So Anas is here.
Yeah, he Dogman.
Dogman! Joe's here in the back.
Holla.
Be glad that you can't really see him. I don't know what he's doing in the
you
back.
can't see any one of us.
I'm hearing sounds. I don't know what's going in the back with the Salt Lake.
Good thing you
might be
can't
in the
see
mood.
him because we hear sound. John Cena.
So we just spent like, what, 20 minutes talking about Alexi? I swear it was 20 minutes talking about just Alexi and Alexi's hands.
So if the first part doesn't make it, you know that you've missed out on a lot.
A lot. Listen,
Pure gold.
that's going to be extra. That's going to be like the DLC.
Bloopers.
Yeah, you pay like 50 euros or something. Listen, getting inside information on Alexi, that's like having like footage of Dogman. It's valuable. It's a valuable asset. Oh, where's going to get you?
Hey guys, I got a terrible joke.
Oh, hit us.
Oh, wait,
hit us.
hold
and
on.
I don't mean hit us. I mean
Hold
hit
up,
us.
let me cry.
Like
If Andrea Guan was to make a video, what would you call his bloopers?
Gloopers. It's actually really good. I like that. Ashard, I love you. Ashard.
Assad, I love you, son.
Assad.
My son.
Do you know, okay, you know what's the weirdest thing he's done? There was an elevator or something. And DJ Khaled got on his knees and he was like praying to him. I was like, dude, he came out of your dingdom. He should be praising you.
No, but can we ring doorbell or just
Like, man, that's like if I create a car and okay, actually no, yeah, you can be proud of your car.
Yeah, but you wouldn't worship the darn thing.
What car are we talking about?
A P560.
Yeah, it's a Lamborghini. I don't know. No, it's a bit demonic because it's a bull. He has horns. Anyways, on a more.
Well, I mean, that's what people did, didn't they? They were like, yo, let's carve this pole into this, like, eagle-looking thing and be like, yo, it's a god! Yo, let's pray to this thing. Bro, it's a stick. Like, you literally just carved it out right now. No, Nathaniel, you don't understand. It's a god. He's gonna bring the rain.
Do you know what?
Why does he sound like, what's his name, Christopher Walken?
But this is so funny. People, whenever like they read the Bible and it's like, oh my goodness, God killed or destroyed that city of those people. They knew that God was there. And they still drew like stick figures or like dick butt or whatever they drew on the wall. And they started worshiping it. That's some freaky ass stuff, dude.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if like we're all just walking around and he goes, you know what? I think I shat my pants. Let me just worship my underwear. So then you just smear feces on the wall.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's the
disgusting.
feces.
That's the whole
the
point.
feces.
It's, you know, it's... How do you even come back?
I mean, that's madness.
It's more like a feces species.
I don't know how you come back, but I'm gonna leave. No, I'm
Dude,
joking.
no. People are like, are they in a car? Like, what's going on? Where the door?
What? No, it was just I was walking out of the studio. What do you mean a car?
Oh my God.
You can't get sound effects.
Now that
like
you're
this.
here and we actually have you live, it's not really live, but it's live for them.
But I made it. That's what's up. I'm here.
Tell us about the 5 weirdest times you slept with.
Oh yeah, because I got.
Yes.
I forgot. I made an appearance without being here.
You made a cameo.
About sleeping.
I dropped your name as well. I was clickbaiting.
Yeah. Drop in the name.
Such clickbait. Anastasia did not follow a clip in the video. that was like the proper podcast, and it's already clickbaiting.
It was so much clickbait. I got baited into actually being the podcast.
Ah, man, it got clicked so much, it became a reality.
So 5 weirdest times. Well, you know it's funny because I don't remember any of it. So it's always secondhand information. I always hear it from someone else. So I mean, we'll start off with the one that you were talking about, which is me walking, basically trying to jump off a cliff in my sleep. And you know, like for me it was the weirdest thing because I just like woke up, and then you were like, Anastasia, what were you doing next to a cliff? And I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? And you're like, dude, you're like at the edge of a cliff. And I was like, sweet, that's ghetto.
It's frightening, dude. If someone told me, I would have been like, they're over exaggerating. But the fact that I got up and it was Alexia. I see Alexia. And she's looking at you as well. And I was, man, the scene was beautiful. You know what I mean? Like the stars,
just looking out into
background.
the distance,
and
the starlight on the cliff,
just Alexia's
mountains.
moisture falling off the air. Oh, it was a beautiful scene to be in. And then I just see you standing at the edge. It was like right, just the tip. It was right on the tip. And you were at the tip.
On the precipice.
Yeah. And you were just standing there. That's why I was like, oh, he's probably thinking about something pretty deep. So then the next day when I asked you, I was like, yo, what was that about? And you were clueless.
It's lost, yeah.
Dude, it was like, you know, have you ever seen Soul? You probably never seen Soul.
I've seen the first two.
Yeah. You know at the end when it's like, da-da-da, da-da-da, and you go backwards and like the story is like, oh, how did I miss that? Dude, it was terrifying. Like, honestly, I was like, oh my goodness.
You could have done.
But you know, I have a theory. If you fell, you would have made it. You would have slept as you're falling, woken up probably between Dogman.
Or I would have climbed back up in my sleep.
Yeah. And then you wake up, there's like a stick going through your head. It's like,
Just a few bruises. Like,
you get something
guys,
in
who
your head.
beat me up in my sleep? Like, come on, let's
Okay, let's talk about that. That's what happens most of the times. Someone gets punched. And
That's true. I've punched-
deservingly.
I punched and kicked someone in my sleep. Those are another two stories.
It's Mladen, so of course I deserved it. Mladen put
Punching Mladen in the
What
face.
do you do? Mladen is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I woke up one day and I
think you know
hear,
the story.
I'm like, there's like this commotion going on. You were asleep. And you were like in the middle of the tent, right? You were literally like the guard. You're like Cerberus.
The great divider.
You're guarding the gates. Oh. Little information share.
Lovely.
And I see Mladen like trying to like wake you up or like play with you. He had a stick or something. He was like playing with your
I
foot.
believe it.
Something like that. So I'm thinking the whole time is like, well, this is one is not a bad idea. It's a bad idea because if he kicks you, your chest's just gonna blow up. And two, what if he wakes up from his sleep all like panicked? You got up, threw a right hand at him, caught him in the face apparently,
Well, yeah,
and then went
guy.
back to sleep.
You know what? Suddenly, hearing it from your perspective, I suddenly don't feel so bad anymore.
Don't feel bad at all. I'm telling you.
Because if he was messing
Mladen
with me,
had
he
coming.
deserved it.
I remember Mladen had it coming. Because then after that, what does he do? Oh, he put toothpaste up his nose.
Yeah, dude, I remember him going around camp. This was a camp, of course. It was in the mountains.
Oh, we need to share camp stories.
And he was like, yeah, that's true. And he was walking around in the tent, not walking around. It was in the tent with the guys. And he was like, dude, totally snort this toothpaste. I was like, you're an idiot.
that
Has like spearmint. It's gonna burn your nose
and it
like
did.
crap. And he was like,
his nose swole up.
Yeah, of
he
course,
looked like
because
it from the 90s.
he was trying to like pass it to people like some like
It was
dealer.
like drugs, man.
Yeah, like a dealer. He was like, hey bro, you wanna take a whiff of the
It
toothpaste?
was like a PG crack dealer.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, man.
And obviously everybody told him the same thing. And he was like, okay, fine, I'll do
I
it.
got Colgate.
Guys, don't do toothpaste.
Yeah, it's a terrible
Stay-
idea.
stay away
Please
from
don't try it.
Listen, let it yellow. Let them teeth yellow, boys. Stay away from that.
Don't do
I wanna see
drugs
any
and don't do
passing of the
toothpaste.
toothpaste at camp, guys.
All right. Speaking of camp, listen, that's
Oh,
that's
man,
one thing
camp.
we all shared, and I think that was like, I call it the highlight reel. That week is always
true,
full of
highlight
things.
reel.
It's never like boring. It's always like something happening, right? For those who don't know, it was like we're part of a youth club, and we used to do this camp every year. Still going on. We're just not there because we're Sino. So what happened was, listen, I want to share this story. This is my favorite one. Andreas, the legendary Andreas walking in his sleep. Do you remember that?
I think I know the story you're about to say.
Now, this is the greatest tent of all time. And I mean, of all time. Watch Mojo, top 10 greatest tents of all time. This is number one. Subscribe.
Stop moving the cup, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting some Coke. I'm getting some Colgate. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. So the tent was me. Oh, this is what a setup. Bernard.
Oh.
Bro,
The black banana.
have you ever seen the black banana? That's not a euphemism. Euphemism? Euphemism for penis. Just putting that out there. Bernard, Kostagi, Josh Dom,
Oh, what a man.
and Guan. And Solomon, but I don't talk about Solomon. I don't forget what he did to me. I remember waking up. It was at 8 in the morning. I did not want to get out. I did not want to get off my bed. I did not want to get out of the tent. And then I hear someone going, it's almost 8:30. It's getting really late. I've never wanted to assault somebody. He said that. In my head, he was saying, fuck your mom, fuck your family. I hate you. I hope you burn in hell. He was like, man, what a trigger. I love you, Solomon, but I actually don't. I do love you. I do.
Speaking of Solomon,
Yeah.
in case you guys don't know, it is Wednesday, my dudes.
It's apparently Wednesday. Is it still Wednesday?
It is Wednesday still.
Is it still? Okay.
I mean, it won't be when people hear it, but at
Probably.
the moment, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah. So okay, one night I'm sleeping. I don't know how we managed to sleep with Kostagi talking about P90s and AC130s.
AC130s.
You sleep walk or whatever. He sleep games. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
something
true.
else.
It's true. And I remember one year I was in a tent with Kostaki and Steph Anastasiou. And they were talking to each other about video games in their sleep.
That is. Did Mlada give them some Colgate?
Maybe. It was, I think, and I remember Steph was talking about MP5s with silencers. Like, oh, MP5 silencer. MP5 silencer. And Kostaki was like, oh, P90. Oh, P90. And it was so weird. I was sitting there like, these people are maniacs. Like, they're like talking like normal conversation level of volume in a tent full of sleeping people. It just in their sleep. And I'm sitting there like, why can't I be part of this conversation? I felt so left out.
You'll probably sleep as well.
You know, I might have even started the conversation.
Oh my god, you want to?
And I woke up. Maybe they like said to me, and I got offended. So I woke up, and I was like, "Oh."
Do you know the most offensive thing was one that I did? Listen, you imagine this happened to you. Okay, imagine you're sleeping. Now it's pitch black. We're in this like really suffocating tent that was full of dust. I felt like District 9. You know, when the people, you know, when people turn into the prunes. I felt I was turning into one dude, just inhaling all the bacteria. And, dude, I wake up and I feel something like grabbing like the head of the bed.
Okay.
Or whatever, the bottom where your foot is. That's still the head. Because it was Nicole Bates.
I think it's called the foot of the bed. Isn't it?
Okay, well,
Anyway,
it's how it was touching.
Where your legs are.
Yeah, where my legs were. Someone grabs that part, and I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh, Jesus, protect me. There's something. There's some dark force.
Take me.
And then I feel like hands grabbing the bed, like holding onto the bed.
It's the prunes.
Then I feel a bed, a foot on the bed. Then I feel another foot, and I'm panicking as hell. And then I feel whatever this thing is start grabbing my knee and just moving up.
And at this point, wait, hold on. Can I hold time out here? So at what point did you open your eyes?
Eyes were open. It was pitch black.
Oh, right, okay.
Dude, honestly, unless you have like night vision goggles, honestly, or you're like a Khajiit, you can't see anything.
Khajiit is innocent of this crime.
Honestly. So I feel this thing going up, and that's when I started. I'm like, oh my goodness, this might be. At first I thought, you might be some spirit or something. You never know, man. The place is creepy up there. So I shoot back, and I'm like, who's this? And all I hear is like, hey, George. Dude, I died. I was like, wait, what? I was like, Andrea?
I thought you were going to get eaten alive.
Yeah, dude, I was a Dogman. It was
Dogman!
It was just terrifying. I'm like, my heart's racing. I'm like, Andrea? He's like, yeah? I was like, you're on my bed. Yeah, no. Why are you on my bed? That I don't know. He sleptwalked and climbed on my bed. He went over people in the dark now. He went over people. Josh Dom. Somehow Bernard didn't wake up.
Daredevil the whole time, dude.
The whole thing. He was Spider-Man it out. And then he managed to climb on my bed. Thank you very much. He couldn't wake Solomon. He was waking everybody his ass. Dumbass. And he climbed on me. And to this day, I have no explanation how he did that.
He's a superhero.
Oh, he was trying to rape me. I don't know. I don't know, and it was so weird. Man. That might be the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because then he got off, and then he was kind of stumbling on his way back. So I'm like, wait, he got here just fine, but he can't go back. It was fine. It was fine. I don't know what Guan had his mind on. Maybe he wanted some Turkish delight. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. All right, what stories do you guys have?
Turkish delight.
What are some crazy stories from camp?
From camp? Man, tell you what. I don't know how crazy it is, but I remember feeling like my first time being like a team leader and feeling terrible because like everyone was dying on my team. That was it wasn't the first year. It wasn't the first time. It was the second time, I think. No, everybody was just like falling over themselves and getting injured. Andrea, again, like hurt himself like 3 times. Ellie hurt herself like 100 times. Yeah, because he wasn't
asleep when he's trying to climb over things. That's the problem.
It was just the worst.
I'll tell you what, name me one camp that Andrea's not hurt himself.
This year's.
I don't know.
He wasn't there.
Oh, damn, man. When was this? What year was this?
This was, man, it must have been, I was with Athena.
The
green team. Lime green.
That was 2013?
I think it was 2013.
13? Was it?
Because 2011 was you and Team Black and Yellow.
Yeah, George was their leader.
Yeah. I was so weird.
I think the year after that
we were all on the same team that year.
I think the year after that I must have been with Anna. Because I was a team leader with Anna one year.
Might have been 2012. Krispy Kreme! 2012. Yeah, it might have been 13. I don't remember if it was 14. I remember nothing from that camp except Alexis' incredibly racist skit about a certain race of people.
Mm-hmm. Making fun of them Orientals.
He was big. Listen, that was the most racist.
With Natalie, right?
No, it was with Daria.
Was it with Daria?
With
Daria.
Daria.
That's what surprised me the most. That Daria was like, all right. It wasn't offensive because it was all like not tasteless.
No, listen, it was friggin' hilarious.
It was the funniest thing I've
so
ever
funny.
seen in my life.
Incredibly racist, but
Yeah, it was
really, really funny.
so funny. Just Alexei trying to serve somebody a dog. The image of Alexei pretending to be from a certain country. Look at people. He was pretending to be Asian, man. He was pretending to be Steph. Apparently, that's his
I said
inspiration.
Oriental.
Let's name
Because
drop-
Asian, listen.
Shout
bro.
out to Steph for listening to this podcast and probably thinking of karate kicking Alexei in the head.
Because listen.
Yeah.
Asia's a big continent. Yeah. I mean,
We don't know which.
Russians are Asians. Think about that.
The Rasians.
Friggin' Arabs. What did you say?
The
You said
Rarans. Do you know when the two groups of people merge together? It's like, there's African Americans, there's like Turkish Cypriots.
Yeah.
People frowning when I said that. I bet you they frowned. What do you call it? Like what? Russian.
Well, what is the mix?
Russian
Russia and-
Asians? Rasian? What do you call
What do you
them?
mean, dude? Like 60% of Russia's in like Asia.
Is that why? Yeah, that makes sense. Like, what's the area? Like, was it Kazakhstan? Or
I don't know what the question is.
Azerbaijan? When they're
What about
like
it?
kind of Asian but Russian but kind of Turkish too.
Oh, Azerbaijan.
I might be completely wrong.
Azerbaijan is
if I'm
like-
offending anybody, I am so sorry, but I might be completely wrong. This is I'm getting all my information from Eurovision. Whoever I
Fair
see in
enough.
Eurovision, that's who's representing your country. That's
fair
what I think you look like.
Fair enough.
So you know it's a reliable.
Some Azerbaijanians are gonna listen to this podcast by accident and be like,
You scumbag.
"What is this
Who's-
crap?
who's this idiot?"
These ignorant idiots talking about us."
I got a cousin that's married to an
Let's go take
Azerbaijani.
that.
It's so hard to get Azerbaijan. That's it, Azerbaijani
And-
girl. She's wonderful, lovely person. I maybe just made that up just to sound nicer.
Just so they can let you off the hook. They're like, "Oh, he's married to one of our friends. It's okay." I don't know what accent
Oh
that is.
man, for real. Joe, do you have any stories from camp?
From camp? Not really, to be honest.
Wow, great feedback.
No, I know.
Thank you.
No, I don't know. I'm always like,
Like that's one like. Zach, do you hear that? That's one like.
we didn't
I'll
like
tell.
camp,
I'll
did
tell
we?
you what. I'll tell you what's a great. And you can think about yours. I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry if you had a story.
That's okay.
Okay.
Give me your
one
time, man.
one story that was amazing
Drop
was.
it. Drop
Do you
it
remember
yourself.
Malish? My
boy
boy
Malish.
Malish.
Oh my
What a
God.
I
hero.
love them.
I remember.
All-time greatest heroes of all time.
True. If anyone knows Malish, you knew one of the greatest men ever.
Send him a heart emoji.
Yeah, exactly. Tell him that he's
The
awesome.
nicest, funniest.
I remember
loveliest
having
boy
an
ever.
hour-long conversation with him at the. You remember when we used to have bonfires? I was just chilling by the bonfire, and he came up and he's like, "Yo, can I talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, Manish. What's up?" And we were just talking for like an hour straight about just everything and anything.
He's so sweet, that boy.
He really
He's
really
still
is.
the nicest. Every now and then I get a DM from him on the gram.
The
And
grand.
he's just some nice. He's,
Sliding into your DM.
yeah, no. That's like a car picture or something. And I'm like, that's so sweet that he took the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to send me that. It's usually a
Ah.
good picture too, man. I appreciate that. Malish is a hero.
Serious throwback, Malish. What a man.
He's kind of listened to this and I'd be like, oh my gosh,
They remember me.
they remember me. Of course, man. How can I forget? The most,
what a man.
you know what's really upsetting? I remember when I was in Jordan. And it was when Malish left and I wasn't here for that.
Oh yeah.
It made me so sad.
And my graduation.
Oh my gosh. I missed that. I missed Malish leaving and I missed Missy leaving as well. There was something in Phil's, I think. I missed it. And I was really upset. I remember the one, that night kept me up, dude. I was in Jordan like, man, I wish I was there. They're both lovely, I missed Missy as well. Shout out to Missy.
Shout out to Missy, the most time spent on the ground ever for an adult human being.
We're making it sound like she's like a salamander or something.
Missy, listen, dude. Missy amazing person, but spent more time on the ground than any other human being I've ever met in my life that could walk.
That's true, dude.
That could walk.
And you know what's the best thing? She never complained. She would like
Yeah.
fall down and then be like, get up and like, okay.
That's true.
We know certain people that would like literally, if you breathe on them, they're literally, their spine breaks, their neck snaps.
Oh my God, she just broke my face by looking at me.
You broke my heart with the word hospital.
It's like you shake their hand and they're like, oh my goodness, I need a cast.
Unless, okay, back to Alexei. What my dad doesn't tell Alexei, though, I understand why he's in pain. Because
Yeah, no, I
dad
remember.
squeezes Alexis' hand. So, because my dad knows, he goes, if I get some oils out of this hand, I can make some.
I never need to use moisturizer ever again.
Turkish fragrance. Alexis, what a hero. But yeah, man, Malish, man. He was there with me. One of the most. You think I dress bizarrely now? Dude, me, Malish, and JJ, shout out to JJ, we showed up at this supercar meet, right? And they were dressed...
When we were doing the walk, right? Okay, wait, hold up. Just so everybody knows the setting before Josh finishes his story. We were all meeting up on a beach, and we were going to do this trek walk thing to raise money for this dude
to go to
freaking Jordan on a mission trip.
I appreciate you.
And we were all chilling, and we were waiting, because he was late, of course. Finish the story.
And, all right, well, let's go backwards and forwards. So, I remember this. I got there. Outside
How'd you get there?
The hotel. That's what. So remember, this was to raise money so I can go to Jordan. It's just like I had to pay before a certain time. I didn't have 1,500, whatever. It was a lot of money at the time, and I was like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do this? But I was thinking this while being driven outside. Let me give you someone else's perspective. I hear Marie. I turn around. I see Marie. I pull up in front of the hotel. We did this at Flamingo. And I remember Margarita was there, Rosie was there.
Yep. The whole crowd.
Yeah, a bunch of girls were there. And they turn around, they look at me, they go, is that George in a Lamborghini? My friend drove me to my fundraiser in a Lamborghini Gallardo. I can only imagine how upset everyone must have
been. And then we had to walk for 5 kilometers to raise money when this dude was just driving around in a Lamborghini.
Yeah, we're walking now. It'd be nice to get driven in a Lamborghini. But how that came about, no one knows that.
It's true. It was a fundraiser, wasn't it?
There was something downtown. Oh my!
It was another fundraiser for the sports cars, right?
Yeah, the people were doing this. The people with the supercars were doing a meet. It was like a meet. They were gonna go through the whole country, just doing these different shows and everything, driving people around. But my friend was there, and my friend had a Lamborghini Gallardo Spider at the time, which, if you don't know what it is one of the most beautiful cars ever. Look outside.
Educate yourself. Educate yourself.
Look at your daddy's car. It probably isn't a Lamborghini. Okay, so you'd be jealous. Says me, knowing that I probably... Anyways. So we get there. Malish is dressed in this badass yellow. He had a yellow top.
That's true.
Some cool shorts. JJ was dressed very nicely as well. Dude, I showed up in the most cringe-worthy outfit. I had track shoes, jeans, and a wife beater. I looked like I crawled out of a sewer. You know, in the beginning of It, when he grabs the little boy and he drags in the sewer?
Spoiler.
I am the reverse. I am literally, he's taking me out of the sewer and he's like, go away. You're dressed like garbage.
Pulling you out into the light.
The feces that crawl through the sewer dress better than you do. Dude, I remember we're doing the fundraiser thing, and it was the most awkward thing. I was talking about one of the cars to somebody there, and someone comes up and goes, dude, nice car. And I felt so disgusted by what he said. Not because he confused me with the car. I was like, do you honestly think if I drove a Lamborghini, I would dress
like this?
So yeah, I pulled up outside because my friend ended up taking me for a drive. And then he took a sweet time to go back. And then I told him, can you drop me off in front of the hotel? So he showed up in front of the hotel in the Lamborghini. Top 5 anime betrayals of all time. I don't know, people were upset. They were really confused. They were really confused. Someone
definitely confused. And I'm sure some people were ticked off.
They might have been, because it's wait, if George comes in a Lamborghini, how much money does he have? They don't know, man, that I went to a fundraiser. I tipped, don't worry. I got my beak wet.
This sounds really bad.
Sounds really bad. Anyways, so yeah, that was it. That's that.
Not sure you. That means.
Who else can we throw back? Let's call this a throwback segment. Let's throw people way back.
This is the part of the show where we throw back.
Soccer kicked the brain right off the socket. I'll tell you who we forgot. Who we forget, I should say. But we keep thinking about every now and then out of nowhere. And it's only the weirdest thing. Are you ready for this?
Is it Ralph?
Yeah. Ralph. Where you at, boy? Where you at, boy? Ralph is the greatest throwback of all time.
Ralph. What a man, dude.
When you think of Ralph, you don't think recent times.
The greatest pun of all time.
Say what?
So, what do you call a Cypriot orphan?
I don't know, Anas. What do you call it?
Orphanides!
Oh, what about the other one? He goes, we were like at the beach, and he was like, guys, you have to cover yourself. You have to put the jacket on you. I was like, why do we have to put a jacket on that, Ralph? He goes, cause look, and I look, it's full moon. I was like, yeah, what about it? He goes, you might get a moonburn. And I swear, dude, my heart doesn't have an anus, but that day it did, and a lot of shit came out. Honestly, I felt so betrayed.
Dirty.
Top
dirty
10 anime drum betrayals of all time.
Oh man, when who is it that steals drum? John.
I don't know if I'm gonna get into that. So yeah, Joanna and Miriam.
Let's leave it at that.
Let me just breathe. Yeah, they pulled the
I
prank.
get it, Joe. Disgusting.
It was literally a real case of prank gone wrong.
Anyway.
We ended up Ralph being lost in the woods. And I think Dogman found him, brought back.
Dogman!
Legend has it, Ralph is still there looking for his drum.
Legend has
to this day.
Ralph. What a man.
He's a good guy.
Good guy, Ralph.
You know when it's quiet and then people say a compliment and no one says anything? People just think like, what is that?
Sorry, I thought I heard Dogman.
Dogman. No, you listen to Trevor, it's like, bro, what you know what's the best thing about this podcast is Joe's contributions.
I know, right?
I really appreciate that.
He's like what's it called? I don't know. Like in a rap video or in a rap song where people are like rapping. A hype man. Yeah.
Yeah, like man, that's what you call him. Like, have you thought of a story?
No, not really.
There's nothing that sticks out of all these years that you've been going to camp. Nothing that you'd be like, oh my god, I remember that.
There was the last camp that I went to be honest. So I was in a tent with, who was it? It was me, Andrew, TJ.
Probably Neil, right?
Neil, yeah. George Zigu.
Oh. The beast, the legend, the myth, and the Sanchez. Reality. The Peter.
Sanchez, right?
Peter.
Peter.
I was like, Peter.
Yeah, and basically, okay, so this was like my last camp before I went into the army and whatever. So I was like, you know what? After all these years, I need to bring loads of snacks, okay?
Oh, man.
So
I like this.
I got to the tent. It was me, TJ, and Andrew who got in there first. We like got the beds and everything. And then Neil comes in and everyone comes in eventually. And then I just turned to the bros and I'm like, hey guys, anyone want anything? And I just opened my suitcase and it was filled with snacks. And TJ was like, no, it's okay, bro. I got my own black market. And I was like,
oh my gosh, I see where this is going.
What are you talking about? And it was like, don't you get it, bro? Black market. And I was like, dude, not cool.
Top 10 worst. Top 10 worst of all time.
And then you just like hear Andrew just does. You know when you press on Andrew's chest and he does that laugh.
Oh, that's one of the best laughs of all time.
Best laughs in the business.
That laugh is it gets me every time.
It's like he's on helium, like when he's laughing.
He's on Colgate. I can.
That Aqua Fresh.
Honestly, that killed me, dude. All right, let's talk about it. So this was 2014, 2015. Yeah, it was 2014. It must have been like November, whatever it was.
November.
Actually, no. When's your birthday, Joe?
November.
Yeah. Okay, I'm right.
The burger.
It was
the burger incident.
Wasn't it your birthday that day?
No, when we went to his house to give him a burger.
No, it wasn't that one. What happened was...
Are you talking about the bar?
Yeah, when we went to the ice cream place.
Anyway, yeah. Say this.
I don't know what story you're talking about.
All right. No, you know now.
I probably will.
So, it was me, Andrew, I think it was Sanchez, somebody else. Whatever. It was a full car, right? Now, I'm not a hater, so I'm not going to name this person. But it's funny because everyone knows immediately who it is. So, this individual rides on a bicycle.
I know where this is going.
And I remember we were all about to get in the car.
Dogman!
Yeah. And then, like, we get in the car, we sit down, we get ready to go. And then I hear someone shout, and it's like, hey, guys, wait for me. Not in that voice, but it's close. And then all I remember seeing was, I just see this. I hear that, I turn around at the corner of my eye. I see someone tilting. I see this person tilting off the bike and landing face first or whatever it was in the mud.
On gravel.
On
No,
what?
it was gravel.
No, it was muddy. That's the best part. And all I hear was Andrew laughing for like 15 minutes straight. And it was the greatest laugh I've ever heard in my life. Because in the background, this person is cleaning themselves. And then it's like, what, we're talking about Jacob, man. What else are we talking about? This person mission. Well, anyways, no more political correct. The Jacob was like cleaning himself, and all I can hear is Andrew just laughing, dude. Not maliciously, but he has the best laugh. Andrew can literally, I can imagine, if I fall down the stairs and like my neck's broken,
You're dying, actually.
I get decapitated
Bleeding to
somehow.
death.
And I've like, what, 5 seconds probably, your brain's aware.
Yeah.
If I hear him laughing for those 5 seconds, that's
fine. That's
best
good.
5 seconds of my life. Well spent. Don't try this at home, kids. Andrew. Who else has a good laugh? Alexi. I love Alexi's laugh.
Hate Alex.
I love Alexis' laugh. It's one of the best laughs ever.
Daniel.
It's the way he tilts about it.
Ah,
Daniel.
such a
What
beast.
about Zach's laugh?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Zach, by the way, honestly, I genuinely think Zach might be one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Zach's made up Dogman stories. It's the best. And that boy has he has such humor about it. You know, you meet a lot of people his age and they're like, you know, they're like drool
Yeah, whatever.
or whatever. They're like, whatever. And then Zach is just like the funniest freaking kid. I don't want to say kid, he's a man.
He's a man.
He's so funny.
Do you remember that video that we shot
All with a monkey.
from my
balcony
bedroom
one.
window?
I remember that. I remember that very well.
That was fun.
Only because you sent me that like the other day. Or was it yesterday? Or was it today? Actually, I don't remember. One of these days you send it to me, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zach is the funniest. Honestly, if you're hanging out with Zach and you don't laugh, I suggest you find a cliff. Really.
And sleep.
Do what Anastasia did, but actually just
Like,
Go for it. Go all the way.
Go
And
Michael
don't try this
Jackson,
at home.
lean on
all the way up and then eventually
All
down.
the way up.
Very down. Oh my goodness.
Don't
Can't-
try this at home, kids.
Man, this be the messiest, but I think best podcast we've done so far. We've literally talked about everything and everything.
Throwbacks.
Throwbacks
So
from
many
days, man.
throwbacks.
Do you know what's released the throwback? Even coming here. So we're back at the Salt Lake. We wanted like some kind of a scenery going on.
This is like the podcast spot now.
It really is. It's a podcast joint. Like, cause it's quiet, but it's kind of not quiet because there's cars passing by and it clears your head, man. You know what I mean?
Chill vibe, you know?
Yeah. You know what's really hard? One of these days we're gonna have to do a serious one.
Mm.
But this is a vibe of the podcast. It's gonna be what we feel at the time, or for the subject, or for the matter. It's obviously not gonna
If you got
be.
the emotions coming.
Hey, man, listen, if you catch me in my
If you're
feels,
feeling
I'll say
yourself,
what's
yeah.
my feels. Absolutely, you gotta say what you feel, right? You gotta get it out there. I mean, and it's also a good reflection, man. I genuinely think that. You know, when you hear yourself back, you're like, maybe I shouldn't have. Or maybe that was true. Maybe that was good. Or maybe it's true. All we say, everything we say is facts. Everything we say about Lexi is facts.
Fact.
Fact.
Upset.
Yeah, man. But on some serious stuff, I remember the best thing about camp was, man, what a way to tone down. We literally just kill everybody's vibe right now. It's the truth.
George don't kill
it
my
is true,
vibe.
actually.
George, don't kill my vibe. I gotta... Do you know the spot? The place we went up to there? When we, Rocky Point. Might be one of the best places on earth to have Bible study.
Mm.
It's surreal.
Serene.
It's untouched. It feels absolutely untouched by anything. It's just the way it was. It just stayed like that.
That's true.
It's beautiful. It's green.
Something about that place is just like feels just like you just puts your like soul at rest, you know, just in peace.
Go to sleep.
It's almost
Yeah,
like Alexia
sure,
massaging you. See, we immediately killed the vibe.
It's the vibe they all over me.
No, man, I remember how weird it was. Like you listen to like some, I call it the hills, the hill slash song, because you listen to a bunch of hill song up there. That's really how it works. You know, I was listening to was all I need is you. That tune, man, up there is that. Because I do feel like music, like if you're in a certain place, music can take a different form. Like you hear a song like in the city, then you might hear in the mountains. You're like, oh wow. Or you hear a song a day, but you hear it at night. It's a different
Yeah, it's
beast.
all about the mindset, right? It's all about, you know, your mental state affects how you perceive like the world around you. So all that stuff.
So
all that
terrifying
good stuff.
thing, isn't it? Especially when you think like, I imagine, well, you know, I call it concussion feel. When you feel like everything around you is just like warping. You know what I mean? Like, where are you? What are you doing? And all that stuff.
Shout out to Lisa.
So, what? Oh, the concussion. Oh, Lisa. So, yeah, Lisa was
CQ,
concussed many,
concussion
many
queen.
times. Lisa was concussed with different things, though, man. A radiator and a pillow. That's the two extremes. Literally, that's the least likely and the most likely. Shout out to Lisa. Hope you get better. She's feeling a bit under the weather right now. When people say that, it's so stupid. What does it mean under the weather? Everyone's under the weather.
Well,
Are you under the weather over the moon?
No, I'll tell you what's stupid. Because under the weather, I mean, there might be a breeze. Then you could be over the weather.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'll tell you what's stupid. Head over heels. Like I'm head over heels in love with him. You're always head over heels, you idiot.
Listen, I've seen some small ass people, and there's some people that would put that to question. I've seen people that can
Head on the heels.
They could play soccer with their own head. Like that's how small they are, and it will still be attached to the body. That's just really awful.
Hashtag Lisa. Shout out to Lisa.
Oh my God, we're butchering her.
So-
All right, we're gonna wrap this one up. Shout out to all the haters. Let me
dab
dab
on
on it one time. Dab on it one time.
Lanky dab.
Thank you for joining us. All I had 26 views on the other one. I was really happy.
all the way up.